Hello student, welcome to my YouTube channel. So in earlier class you have seen the representation of vector, whether it is what 2 dimension or what 3 dimension in xyz or Cartesian set of what axis. Here for basic information we will discuss also the what law of parallelogram of vector. Law of parallelogram of what vector, because this is also giving you the what suppose a method to calculate the what composition of what two vectors or resultant of what two vector, and in this way in sequence you can apply what it for what more than what 2 3 4 vectors. So here law of parallelogram of a vector. Now see, if A is what a vector, another vector suppose it is what B, then this C represent the resultant of what vector A and vector B. If this angle is what suppose alpha, so therefore you can see this, if this we are taking as what B vector, then this will be what A vector, and this is the diagonal which is representing, suppose it is what A, this is what B, this is what C. So C represents, so it means what C is representing what vector A plus what vector B. Remember, I am not in our further study or what in whole course of what physics, I am not going to what opt this method. I will follow the what Cartesian set of axes, but here suppose if the problems are what simpler, you can what solve the problem by using what law of parallelogram of vector, or just as a what suppose old method to calculate the superposition or resultant of what two vectors, you can what see here, this is not equal to what this. No, we cannot write in general. But remember, if A and B are what collinear or parallel vector, then we can write what this, that magnitude of C is equal to what magnitude of A plus what magnitude of B. If you will apply the what suppose simple geometry, then we can write what magnitude of what C is equal to A square plus B square plus 2AB into cos of angle alpha. Now C is what magnitude, we can write what this, here we can write what this as what square root. So here C square is equal to A square plus B square, or forget this, no need to write this. Now if suppose this is making angle theta, then for determining the direction tan of angle theta can be written as B sine of angle alpha divided by A plus B cosine of angle alpha. So this is giving you the what measurement of what vector, of vector C, and this is giving you direction. This is giving you what direction? Direction with respect to x-axis. With respect to what? X-axis, this gives the what? Direction. So here our purpose is what here to see A and B set of what, suppose two vectors are there, its resultants are what, how many resultants, and what condition you can impose on the what this, so that its resultant will change. Now see, for a given vector, for a given vectors A and B, C is maximum, measurement of C is maximum if cos of alpha is maximum. Alpha is maximum. And cos alpha maximum, that is equal to what? That is equal to what? 1. So, C maximum for given A and B is A square plus B square plus 2AB whole square root. This is equal to A plus B. It means when two vectors cos alpha equal to 1, it means what? Alpha is equal to what? 0 degree. It means that if the angle between what two vectors is 0, or when two vectors A and B are what? Parallel, then the resultant will be what? A plus B. It means resultant of given two vectors. So here the resultant of two given vectors is maximum if they are collinear or parallel. That is alpha equal to what? 0 degree. Alpha equal to 0 degree. Similarly, see, if cos of angle theta equal to what? -1. This is also possible value. Means theta equal to 180 degree. Then see, C is equal to A square plus B square minus 2AB square root. This is equal to what? A minus B. So this is what? C minimum. C minimum. It means the two vectors are what? Giving a resultant of two given vectors is what? Minimum if both vectors are what? If two vectors are what? Anti-parallel. If two vectors are what? Anti-parallel. This is also nothing but the what? Differences of what? Vectors. So in vector operation, doesn't matter whether it is what? Subtraction or what? Addition. Yes, you are knowing what? Ki opposite vector, that is what? With minus sign. So if you are adding, suppose ki here if I am writing one vector A is what? In this way, and another vector B is what? In this way. So if we are taking this direction as positive, then automatically this direction will be what? Negative. If you are taking convention this as what? Negative, then automatically this will be what? Positive. So if somebody is asking what? Vector A plus what? Vector B equal to what? Then we will write what? Vector A. If we are taking this positive, then this has to be taken as what? Negative, and then we can say this is the what? Vector C. That is the resultant of what? Vector A and vector B minus your vector B. So it means what? Here as you can see, this is what? Magnitude minus magnitude of what? B also can be written as what? This is what? Correct, because here as in the what? Figure shown, vector are what? Suppose ki along the line, or what? Angle between them is what? Either 0 degree or what? 180 degree. Then we can calculate the, or we can apply the what? Simple algebra to add two vectors or subtract two vectors. So in this way you can see just by using what law of parallelogram you can what calculate the addition or subtraction of two vector depending on the angle between either see angle between them will be either what 90 or non-perpendicular means resultant of what two perpendicular vectors resultant of two non-perpendicular vectors. If non-perpendicular vector, then question is theta will be either what less than what 90 degree or will be greater than what 90 degree or obtuse or what acute alpha value will be there and that will decide the resultant and hence correspondingly you can calculate its what direction as you have seen. Now see some problems here for simple illustration I am putting here. Now suppose one vector is given like what suppose this A vector is given 3i plus 2j plus 3k. Three vectors are what given. Two vector A and suppose another vector B is given. This B vector is given as suppose 2i plus j minus k. See, if you are going in this method, then if suppose ki C is what resultant of what A plus B, then very easily we can write what 3i plus 2j plus 3k plus 2i plus j minus k. This will be equal to 3 to 5i plus 3j plus 2k. So therefore magnitude of what C will be equal to 5 square plus 3 square plus 2 square square root and similarly you can what also calculate what cos alpha is equal to see this is equal to 25 plus 9 plus 4 so this is square root and this will be equal to 13.18 838 square root. So cos alpha is equal to 5 by what root 38 cos beta equal to 3 by what root 38 and cos gamma equal to 2 by root 38. So what will be the direction of what the resultant of what vector A and vector B if it's what all the three components are what given? Yes, you can what handle in this way. So simple. Now suppose ki here it means what if the vector I will suggest ki yes you just represent the vector in this way very easily you can what handle the what position or handle the situation easily. Now suppose if the question I am taking if suppose I am taking a question suppose vector A is given equal to 2i plus 3k. Suppose 3k take what 3j 2i plus what 3j and b is given equal to I plus 2j. If somebody is asking find the vector along the direction of vector B of magnitude of vector A. Fine. It means what? Ki you are asked to calculate ki if A vector is given, B vector is given, vector A is given, vector B is given, and question is find a vector C whose magnitude is that of equal to what? Vector A, and but it is directed along what? Direction of vector B. Now see, suppose ki here question say author of question is what asking. Suppose I am writing here solution. Where you find a vector C whose magnitude is that of what? A, and direction is along B. So it means what? Here B is given here, given B is equal to I cap plus what? 2j cap. Now see, here we are going to define a unit vector. Unit vector will be defined here, This is also called as what? Unit vector is also called as what? Direction vector. Direction vector. Direction vector. Unit vector is also called as what? Direction vector. So now the unit vector here is what? Suppose if I am writing what? B cap, this will be equal to vector B by its what? Magnitude. So B vector is given as what? I cap plus what? 2j cap divided by its magnitude will be equal to square root 1 square plus what? 2 square, and this is coming equal to root 5. Root 5. So unit vector or the direction vector along the vector B can be represented by what? This. So therefore now magnitude of what? Vector A can be written as what? Magnitude of vector can be written as what? 2 square into what? 3 square. This is equal to what? 4 plus what? 9. This is equal to root 13. Root 13. So now, yes, all the what? Background material is already prepared, and now directly we can write, yes, you are asked to write what? This C vector whose magnitude will be what? Root 13, and direction will be equal to what? I cap plus what? 2j cap divided by root 5, and if unit is given, you can write the unit, and this is going to be your what? Answer. So it means here the if you are going in this way, yes, very easily you can what? Define this vector. Now also you will see, you see the what? One more problem based on what? Calculation of what? Resultant vector. Resultant vector. Suppose you are playing a what? Golf. And in first shot, suppose this is the what? Starting point. This is what? Starting point. First shot is taken along what? This direction of what? Suppose starting point is what? O, and here it is coming what? A, O, A. First shot, the ball is coming from what? O to A. Then you are taking what? Second shot, suppose you are coming at what? B, and this is what? Making angle theta 1. Then you have taken a very small shot and you are coming at what? C. And then again you have taken a what? This shot, fourth shot, and this is coming at what? D. And yes, one more shot was taken, and here it is coming what? E. And suppose here is what? Hole. You are a what? Ordinary player. So you have made what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shot to what? Put the ball into what? Hole. If you are a what? Veteran golfer, yes, you will what? Make one shot or take one shot to put the ball into the hole. And now see, this is what? Polygon. Here, if you want to represent the vector, yes, we can write OH is equal to, start from OA plus AB plus BC plus CD plus DE. D. Or better you write what? This OE. Now see the what? Suppose ki simple, how we can what? Vectorially write the what? Summation or summation of different component of what? Vector. So here OE is the what? Resultant, and OA, AB, BC, CD, D are what? Component of vectors. And this is the resultant. Now, yes, you are knowing कि OE vector magnitude, or simply I am not writing what this meant. OE is not equal to OA plus AB plus BC plus CD plus DE. It is not there. Now think, if you are solving the problem, suppose कि here it is what? 90 degree with the vertical. This is also what? 90 degree. And suppose कि this is what? Making angle what? Suppose from the vertical, suppose it is making angle what? Theta 2. And here, now, if suppose कि to solve this problem, if you are applying parallelogram of vector or what? Triangle law of what? Vector, then see, that definitely the operation will be what? Very lengthy. So better is what? Here better will be what? Yes, you express, represent all the vectors, all the component vector into xy component. Now see, here O E vector can be written as, suppose here we are taking all the vectors are what? Planar vector. Here we are taking what? This is what? XY axis. We will write what? OA I component. See here, plus AB cos theta 1 I cap plus AB sin theta 1 J component plus BC J component minus CD I component, and here see minus minus DE cos theta 2 J component and plus DE sin theta 2 I component. So now see, IOA plus AB cos theta 1, now this what? Minus CD I component, and then plus DE sin theta 2, and this is multiplied by what? I cap, and again you write what? This as AB sin theta 1 plus BC minus DE cos theta 2. Yes, this is what? J component. And so you have expressed this. You can write this as what? X component. This is what? Y component. So OE can be written as what? Xi cap plus Yj cap, and now OE magnitude can be written as directly x square plus what? Y square root. And if this makes an angle, because if you have taken this as what reference angle theta, then tan of angle theta, here I am writing tan of angle theta can be written as y by x. So by using what these methods, very easily you can calculate the what resultant of what 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, many number, as number is given. Yes, any number of vector can be what? Suppose composed, and you can what? Find the resultant in very little time without consuming unnecessary time. You can write this. Otherwise, you have to what? If you want to go or solve the problem by using what? Parallelogram law of vectors, yes, definitely it will take what? A lengthy operation, or what? Very much time. So this is how you can what? Understand how you can calculate the, well, suppose the resultant of what? 2, 3, 4 vectors. You can calculate the difference of vector. You can add what vector? Yes, you, in this way you have seen in this what lecture how you can what? By using what different methods you can calculate the what resultant, or superpose what 2 or more than 2 vectors. And one thing is what? Suppose in the next lecture I will what? Tackle the what? Resolution of vector, how a single vector can be resolved into what? So many components vector. And then we will give you the idea about the equation of what? Suppose line, equation of plane in terms of what? Vectors, or different curve in vector equation of what? Curve, vector equation of what? Line, and vector equation of what? Plane. We will see in the next lecture.